All right. Got my shirt on. Let's see what we can do. We got one viewer. That's cool. If you're new here, give me a thumbs up. Now you're probably wondering why I did this stream and what PCP versus LTL means. Well, I'm going to tell you. PCP air rifles is what I'm talking about. Lethal PCP air rifles versus LTL, which is less than lethal. Which is CO2 powered, and I just want to show you the difference between these two things. Because some people just don't know, they get confused, and I'm here to tell you the difference. Okay, let's see if I can get something down. Oh yeah. Well, while we're at it, getting close to Halloween, aren't we? Two views, one thumbs up. That's cool. All right. How you doing, Iron Man? I'm sorry about the missed calls. I left my phone at home one time, and well, oops. Well, I'll just delete the stream afterwards. Don't worry about that. Understandable. Yeah, understandable. You know, I heard about the machete ban in England. It's pretty bad. Now, we want to stay on topic, and I'm talking about the difference between PCP air rifles and less than lethal, you know. And also I'm talking about, you know, now in America, I know in, let's say, Europe and other countries, you know, PCP, the power of PCP is highly regulated, legally speaking, so it never gets firearm power. But in America, you can get PCP air rifles that are firearm power. No background check, no license, no nothing. Love America. That's what I love about America, the Second Amendment. You know? Okay. The point is here is that a lot of people are confused about the difference between less than lethal or less lethal and PCP. Now, I made a video about this. If you watch the video, the differences between the two. Now, PCP, particularly in America, is quite lethal. It has firearm power. And PCP air rifles, they have tanks, they have you have to pump them, they have like a power gauge. It's true of the air pistols as well. You got PCP air pistols as well. Yeah, I'm very familiar with that. I know about that, Iron Man. I'm just saying that in America you don't even need that. You can just buy it wholesale. They are very expensive though. PCPs, some of them, you know. The point is here is that now less lethal is in a similar category. Well, not. There are two different categories. Less lethal is less lethal. It's CO2 powered. It's actually used by police in America. A lot of these Byrna products are used by police. You probably can't get Byrna in your country, but they're used by police for crowd control and basically subduing suspects. The kinetic rounds, the pepper balls, they do that. So, big difference. So, there's a difference between PCP air rifles and less lethal. You know, it's big difference. You know, less lethal is CO2 power, which is CO2 cartridges. Big and small. There's different sizes of the cartridges you can use. They can hit hard, but they're not designed to basically, you know, cause any, like, you know, not designed to cause, you know, entrance wounds, you could say. Now, PCP can basically, you know, have you take a dirt nap. So, yeah. So there's a difference between them. I mean, I made a video about this, but I decided to do a stream about this to hear everyone's questions. So if anybody has any questions about the difference between PCP air rifles and pistols and less lethal launchers with, in pistol and rifle form, I'm willing to answer the questions. What I know so far. So I know there's a difference. I know that one is used for crowd control, one is used for self-defense and crowd control and basically subduing somebody. You know, the other is used for hunting and basically lethal self-defense. If you're basically a felon in America. Understandable, Iron Man. Understandable. Look, I understand. It depends on the length of the barrel and the type of ammunition you're using. Now, the barrel is smooth, but you can get, I can show them right now. Got them right here. You can get, see, if you got LTL like these are 50 caliber. These are type of like ball bearing a slug. If they got rifled things like this, you know, that's what they're designed for basically being. They got your own personal rifling here, and I'll show another version. This is the bigger ball bearing, but you see the rifling, right? It's designed to be rifled. Okay, so these ones will go a little further because they got their own rifling, you know. Exactly. Now, I always say to you guys in Europe, there's there's repeating crossbows that are available to you because, you know, and that's pretty much what you can get a lot of times, that will cause a lot of damage. Now, repeating crossbows, there's the repeating lethal crossbows, but they also have a less than lethal version that's like 14 joules. It's called the Sling Hammer. Jorg Brave showed it in his video. It's got a lot of power to it. 14 joules is nothing to, and it's repeating. It's a repeating type crossbow device, and it shoots 12mm steel ball. So you can get something similar. It's just it wouldn't be anything that's like air powered, but that might be a good thing. You know, I don't know. You know, a lot of these muscle powered weaponry, you know, they're not going to require anything like air or powder. You know, the only thing you need is to basically maintain the string, and it's got longevity in that sense. You know, so it's simple. Its simplicity is, you know. Now, because of YouTube rules, I can't show any PCP or LTL launchers. You know, that's very sad. If you're new here, give me some thumbs up. Well, you know, that's also a very good thing, Iron Man. Very, very good thing. Oh, thank you for the viewers on this one. My crossbow shooting test video got 124 views. Thank you. I agree with that. You know, here's the thing. Now that we got that out of the way, I think we can go off track a little bit. That is true. That is true. Less lethal is getting very good, though. It's not regulated, just like PCP isn't regulated in America. Now, in America, there's another thing when it comes to lethal self-defense you can get that's another category within itself, and we've been using it for 100 years, but you can buy these reproduction black powder firearms, on the internet as well. I mean, a black powder revolver will cost you around $400 in America. No background check, no nothing. You know, like I said, now I was going to opt for that, and I think I still will try it. It's just I got to be really careful. One mistake and your hand is gone. You know. You have to have some training with that, you know. But yeah, less lethal is good for basically disabling somebody. You know, maiming, you could say. So, has anybody got any questions? Well, my viewership is going down. Now that we're out of the situation, I guess we can talk about some other things. Yeah, then that machete ban I heard about. You know, I don't think that's right. You know, that they're banning machetes in your country. I mean, it's terrible. I would say at this point you need to go for axes. Because they're banning machetes, they're not looking at axes at this point. You know, and stuff like that, you know. All right, well, we got viewers. I know, but that's sad, man. You know, I watched your video a while back of your kookaries. I hope they don't try to take away your kookaries, man. Oh, man, you got some nice kookaries. Well, yeah. Well, I would say take these people very seriously. It's the reason how they got in the power. Krista, how you doing? How you doing? Now, what I'm talking about is the difference between less lethal and PCP air rifles. Less lethal is CO2 powered, CO2 cartridge powered. It's used by police. Burna products are used by police for crowd control and for less lethal, you know, ways to disable suspects. So they are effective. The police, it's police endorsed. So I'm doing well. That's pretty good, man. All right, man. But that being said, I do have some, yeah, I have some big knives here. They haven't taken mine away yet in America. Woo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, come on, come on. Haha. Whew. Okay, is that Eastern Standard Time, Krista? But this one goes out to my good friends in the UK, where these are kind of being banned, sadly. You know, but there's not much I can do for what's going on to my friends in the UK, except say it's time to move. If they're banning everything you love, I think it's time to find a country at least is less restrictive, I'll say. You know what I mean? Thank you, Krista. This one is high carbon steel. My Smatch It. My Colombian Smatch It. Yeah. Well, Krista, I have a new video out. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, I never really saw the value in those silly fad, you know, cheap zombie knives. You know, I don't understand why they're such a threat. They're so bad. So ill-crafted. I mean, come on. I saw new videos. Awesome, awesome. Awesome. I made 2 new videos, so did an unboxing, and I discussed, so you probably are up to speed with what I'm talking about. You know, the common misconceptions between, for people who don't know the difference, because they don't know much about, you know, like projectile weapons. Oh, that's cool. You know, there's a lot of common misconceptions among, you know, people who don't know, and newbies to this thing. Less lethal isn't PCP air rifle. PCP air rifle, particularly in America, is quite lethal. It's lethal to the touch. I mean, You know? Less lethal is, well, it's designed to cause pain and disable somebody. So, yeah. Pepper balls, kinetic rounds of different kinds, from round to stuff like these. Well, I would say this, Iron Man, review the law before you make any rash decisions. Review the law. You know what I mean? Sing, how you doing? Well, I can tell you this. This is no cheap zombie knife. You know, this is no cheap zombie knife. This is high quality carbon steel here. So yeah. You know, and my brothers and sisters in the UK, I have a lot of good friends in the UK. And the thing is, as a Christian, I love all my brothers and sisters in the UK, and I mean that like brothers and sisters and stuff like that, a godly love, and I don't like what's going on to them. I don't like how they're treated, you know what I mean? Not at all. It's terrible. Iron Man. Tuvalu. Okay, where's Tuvalu? Tuvalu? I never heard of it. Is that in the UK? Early riser, how you doing? Thank you, Sang. Thank you. Now, as you know, I have employed many talents and stuff like that. Hello? Yeah, that's basically 1984, dude. Are you quoting 1984? Oh yeah, you're quoting the book 1984. That country doesn't exist yet. Ingsoc, yeah. That's a fictional thing, but it's becoming quite. 1984 is becoming much of a reality. Well, it does appear that we're having a good time. Just remember, for any newcomers to the stream, no blasphemy, no minors, and no disrespect. Follow those 3 rules, and you'll be fine. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I tell you this, it's been okay, hateless leopard. All right. Now, well, we're talking about here is basically a lot of newbies when they come into the air gun world. They kind of confuse. They confuse less lethal, like launchers that are in the form of pistols and rifles. They come in the form of pistols and rifles. They're powered by CO2. They're powerful, but they're not designed to. They're designed to disable and not kill. And the police use them a lot in America. The Byrna products are used a lot by American police. and they're CO2 powered. So the American police use burner products a lot of times. And that's a type of less than lethal launcher, which is powered by CO2. Now PCP, on the other hand, is used for, in America, you can get PCP air rifles that have tanks attached to them, and air pistols that have firearm power in America, and they're quite lethal. So that's the difference, you know. I agree. Bring back a national service. A good idea. Saying. It's pronounced Iron Man B-Y-R-N-A. Byrna. Byrna, it's pronounced. It's pronounced B-I-R-N-Y. Hello. You're new here, but I'm gonna let the ground rules. I'm gonna give you we got 3 ground rules here. No blasphemy. No minors. No disrespect. Follow those rules, you'll be fine. Nice one. This is a SOG traction, by the way. I think that was a child. Oh boy, that was a child. I'm glad you got rid of that individual. I don't know what this is. Yeah, they're called the, oh, you're talking about the big bores. Basically the Humorex hammer, and basically the AEA Zeus. Yeah, those are pretty powerful hunting rifles, by the way. But I got this SOG traction. Yeah, we got it all, we got it all. I've seen some. So, that being said, like I said, you got, and then look. Yes, it is kind of a Tanto blade. Not my first choice, but I couldn't, I couldn't, how can I say, I couldn't, like, pass up on owning a SOG. I couldn't pass up on owning an actual SOG, you know what I mean? And the fact it was a type of knife I could carry on the street, in my state, so I was sold, you know? You know? And it's razor sharp out of the box, so that's also good. But what I'm trying to say to you is that, okay, another thing about the difference between LTL and PCP is that LTL comes in 3 different calibers. 45 caliber, 50 caliber, and 68 caliber. Those are the only 3 calibers that LTL comes in. PCP comes in a variety of different calibers. You know, from small pellets to basically big bore bullets. So, like solid bullets. So, there's a difference, big difference. Now, there is a variety of LTL ammunition types out there on the market compared to PCP, but yeah, there's different types. Like there's killer spikes. There's there's these types of these ball bearing types. There's basically Devastator rounds, whatever you want to call them. There's there's rubber steel balls. There's rubber riot balls, like nylon or Kevlar balls. So yeah, there is a variety of different types and colors of ammunition you can get in the LTL world. Sometimes, but the rubber riot balls you can get for less than lethal launchers, about 50 caliber or 68. I prefer the solid nylon rounds, the ones that are solid black and nylon. They hit harder. Yes, exactly. Balls. Yes, they're called riot balls. I could show some. I can't show any launchers because, well, YouTube. Some, you have to understand, LTL is not made for lethal contact, okay? It is made for basically to cause pain and disable your opponent. So, what it's designed to do, now, it's less than lethal, okay? Less lethal, which means it's not entirely non-lethal. A lot of people, a lot of newbies, they come in here and they call it non-lethal. Well, no. Pepper spray is non-lethal. No, LTL with a kinetic round can kill you if you get enough shots to the head. You know what I mean? So every weapon has a potential for lethality, just about. Okay. Can I get my clean? I don't know. Do I look like immigration, you moron? Get out of here. Ule! Time to go! No way, Jose! No comprende! Asshole. That's some stupid stuff. I got something green for you, but it's slimy and it burns. Well, I got something. It may not be green, but it's nice and red. Okay, let's get back to business, shall we? What did you eat today, brother? Well, I ate a turkey sandwich. Think I might eat some burgers tonight on my air fryer. And some vegetables. But yeah, that's the difference between LTL and basically PCP. One is, well, at least in America, quite lethal. I mean, it's got firearm power. I mean, PCP air rifles are pretty powerful. The other is just designed to basically knock you senseless, deliver some pepper balls to you, you know, or kinetic rounds, cause a lot of pain. So, and I always say this: you need both. You need both lethal and less lethal means of self-defense in this world. You know, I mean, less lethal gives you a second option in the of escalation depending on the situation. You know, you can't use less lethal for everything, but certain situations you can. It's very well effective. Killer spikes. Max pepper balls, Iron Man. Some of these. And of course, my favorite, nylon, hard nylon riot balls. A lot of pain givers. That might be true, Ken. I would say there's a lot of crazy people in Europe as well, but it might. Particularly coming from my I'm not sure if it will crack the sternum, but I will say this. I think it's recommended by all less than lethal aficionados, including even one guy that was critical of it, and I agree with this, and TAC, is that if you're going to use LTL kinetic rounds, the best place to aim is for the noggin. Don't bother aiming for the chest unless you have to. Aim for the noggin. Boom, boom, boom. That's going to disorient them a lot faster. It's going to make them go woozy doozy. You know? If you can, aim for the Adam's apple. You know? Well, that's true. They don't. So, you know, there's no rules in a street fight. You should know that by now. There's no rules in a street fight. If you think a street fight is a boxing match, boy, you're wrong. Get yourself one of these then. This is only around 20 bucks on eBay. It's a flashlight, but it has a little trick. It's rechargeable USB, and the light will blind them. You got to get close. This is a good alternative for basically stabbing them. You know? And that depends if you... Well, I would tell you this way. I don't care where I am in this world, okay? I would rather be judged by 12 than carried out by 6. You know? Like I said, you can get one of these. You can get some of this. This is pepper gel. You can get this for $14.99 on eBay if you want it. It's a Sabra pepper gel. That is true, Ken Carson. Bye-bye. Well, I have demonstrated the power of a crossbow. There are now repeating crossbows you can get on the market. They're quite lethal. If you get some of those, I would suggest some of the razor heads for the little ones, or bodkins. Yes. It's a stun gun. It's Viper Tech. I'll show you to it, and it's a VTS 195 Viper Tech. Now there are different versions you can get. I prefer the stun gun flashlight because that gives you options. The light can shine in someone's eyes, and when someone gets up close, they don't see it coming because they think it's a flashlight, and you just give them a, and trust me, a stun gun will bring them down for the count. You know. You know, down for the count. Out of the way. So yes, it can be used as a weapon, Ken. It can be. Well, whoever sent that message, that it's been held for review. I can tell you that. Look, I'm going to tell you, it's out of my hands when YouTube does that. Okay? You put any vulgarities. I've seen messages that were held for review that weren't even vulgar. Okay? That's YouTube doing that, not me. But one of my rules I forgot to tell is that I try to cut down on vulgarities. So don't be vulgar in your speech. YouTube doesn't like it, and to a certain extent, I don't like it. So, if you got any questions, just try to keep the vulgarities down. You know, because YouTube will basically censor you. I don't even need to do it. You know. Good job, Ken. Awesome. I'll put it this way. So you're leaving anyway, but I'll tell you this. Yeah, it is. Now, I've made a video about this topic, and if you can, you'll watch it. It's called LTL versus PCP, and what exactly happened? You just came in here. I don't even know you, Sidecash. But I'm going to give you the rules of the stream. Less than lethal is what it means, Brian. And I'm telling you that less than lethal is basically CO2 powered launchers that are in the shape of sometimes firearm shapes, and they are designed to cause pain and subdue somebody. They shoot pepper balls, they shoot kinetic rounds like this, and balls. Maryland, Singh. Maryland. Not really, no. Brian. I got a very powerful LTL now. It's so, but what I'm telling you is there's a difference, and there's a difference between LTL and basically what I like to call PCP air rifles. Now, You can get those in your country, Brian. PCP air rifles are quite lethal. They're used for hunting, and they can be used for self-defense. But they're lethal. They're quite lethal. And that's why I have them, Ken. That's why I have the pepper spray, the stun gun, and the launchers, and the LTL launchers. Now, there's a gentleman in South Africa who shoots PCP. He's pretty good. If you want to check him out. Now, PCP is lethal. It's not LTL. PCP is not LTL. I'm telling you that. There's a difference. Big difference. Awesome, Brian. Baltimore. Baltimore is basically the forbidden zone. If you live out in the counties in Maryland. Now, I live in a rural county far away from Baltimore. You'd have to cross 2 bridges to get to Baltimore, where I am. I'm on the Yeah, but do you have access to those weapons side cache? You probably don't. Nobody has access to those kind of weapons side cache. So we're not talking about something that nobody has except for the government. Okay? How many people you know got them? Something is better than nothing, okay? So how you doing, Redefine Living? I'm trying to, okay, what I'm talking about is the difference between LTL, which is less than lethal, and PCP, which is PCP air rifles. Now, a lot of people confuse these two, but they are different. Less than lethal is CO2 powered, and it's used by police to subdue, not to kill. They shoot kinetic rounds, which range from 45 caliber and 45 caliber, 50 caliber, and 68 caliber, and they come in different types of shapes, though. You can get like these. You can get like riot balls. You can get pepper ball. The point is that you can also get something called killer spikes, but and most of them are made of they're steel headed. They're not lead. So, but PCP is quite lethal. It's got firearm power, and it takes a variety of different lead pellets. So, you know what's scary? I will tell you 100 Exactly. Exactly, Redefine Living. You should check out my videos and check out some of the videos from the airgun community, from TACFAM. I think you might find that very interesting, and that's the reason why I have them. It will save you some legal troubles. Now, PCP is quite lethal, and I always say you should have both. Lethal self-defense and home defense, and lethal and less lethal self-defense and home defense. They go hand in hand, and the use of either depends on the level of threat. I will donate to you. I am not of that generation. I don't play video games. And is that a slight? Is that disrespect? Tuvalu? You're not showing me disrespect, are you? Yeah. That's what happens. We can never be too. Yeah. Thank you, Ken. The boys play games. Exactly, but men don't tolerate games. And I'm a man. You know, you shouldn't judge me by the way I look. You know, a lot of people do, but I'm probably a lot stronger than most of these trolls. Well, I'm a Christian, and I got a good vocabulary, you could say. A very high vocabulary. So if I want to basically respond to somebody, I can use more interesting words than simple guttural language. Well, welcome to the stream. I'm going to be familiar with the rules, okay? We got 4 rules here. No blasphemy. No disrespect. No minors. And no basically gutter, and no basically crude stuff, lewd comments. No lewd comments. I mean, no lewd comments, and that'll be good. Hey, I have a friend whose name is Big Tactical. I'm a member of TAC Fam. Okay? I'm a Christian. I don't care what your color your skin is. So I dare you. And if Big Tactical was here and he heard you say that, he'd cuss you out. Get out of here. I don't care who made you do it. Yeah. You as a wise person. I try to be. I don't claim to know everything. I don't. I really don't. So the man who claims he knows everything knows nothing. So there's a lot of things I don't know, but I just try to have some understanding, Halloween's coming up, everybody. I'm planning to have a party. Get my funky on. So I don't give a shit. Come on. Okay, everybody. I'm glad we got 5 thumbs up if you're new here. You know, show me, give me some more thumbs up. But yeah, I'm just talking about the subject here. There's a difference between less than lethal and PCP air rifles and pistols. Big difference, you know. You'll find that out, you know, if you ever handled some of these PCP air rifles, you'll know. The ones that aren't regulated, you know, the ones that don't have any power regulation. You know, I mean power in the legal sense, regulated in the legal sense, but the ones that are, they're quite powerful and they're quite lethal. And I say this, and I say to you, is that there are other tools available to you in countries where you can't get PCP, you know, or black powder, because there's also black powder in America. Anyone can buy a black powder rifle or revolver, like a cowboy gun. They're reproductions. They can be, these are reproductions that can be used. That can be bought without any background check. And of course, there's new repeating crossbows out there, and crossbows in general are pretty powerful. And if you live in Europe, crossbows are some of your best options. Okay. 6 thumbs up. That's awesome. 6 thumbs up. All right. Any questions about the different tools you can use for your self-defense? Because there are bad people out there. I'm going to tell you. Bad people that want to hurt you. We're living in a time of chaos, so law and order has gone out the window. They would be. I would say the best thing you can do to avoid any type of riots is not live in the cities. Stay out of the cities. The cities are going to be the worst place to be. If you live in America, stay in the countryside. Stay rural. Stay backwoods. Prepare yourself. Yeah. Understandable, Side Cash. Understandable. You know, I want to make something perfectly important to these trolls out here, because I enjoy doing that. These trolls, I tell you. They're, you know, if they're just a bunch of kids playing games, I can understand that. You know, I used to do prank calls when I was a kid. I used to do prank calls, and I used to do like messing with people on the CB radios. But you know, I grew up and I stopped doing that stupid stuff because I was a kid. You know, I was 13. But you got grown people out here doing this internet trolling stuff, which is the modern day equivalent of prank calls, pretty much. And if you're grown men and women doing this stuff, you're pretty sad and pathetic. It tells me that you have no life, and your life is a joke. You know, so you do this to put your own, yes, life. Amen, amen, amen. Amen. See, I'm a Christian. I believe in God. And because I am true to the Christian worldview, a lot of people hate me on the internet, and I've been attacked. You know, and it was told in the Bible. When God is in your corner, is when you're under attack by God's enemies. I have been doxxed by these satanic trolls. I have had pizzas and police sent to my door, but guess what? I'm still here. And a lot of those trolls, they're in jail right now. So I have literally been. God shows you that God is with you when when God's enemies attack you. That's when you know that you are walking with God, when God's enemies come for you. You didn't desert. Well, it doesn't matter if I deserted or not. These people would have done it because I don't agree with their worldview. I don't care. I'm a man. I took it. I went through it. But you know what? One thing that God did. God made sure that they didn't prosper. He made sure a lot of these people went to jail. So that's on them. I told them that was going to happen. I'm sorry to hear that, AA. I'm talking about a history you probably don't know, AA, that happened before you came into the community. About things that happened before in situations. This was way before we met through TACFAM, so you probably don't know a lot about this stuff. But it's on the internet. Okay. I know. I will say this, AA. Airgun Johnny was actually shooting two mercury-rized pistols. So I'm not sure, and I'm not sure about that. Last time I shouted someone out, they had a little cryptic message in there. And I don't think so. See ya. See ya, Iron Man. Hello, Quincy Tucker. Well, thank you, Sidecash. Thank you. I mean, it's always nice to meet new people that like to come here and have a good time and discuss things and not be trolls. People that actually want to learn something. Awesome. Check out my videos, my content. I make some great content. I mostly do outdoor and air gun and archery videos, but I do some other things from time to time. You'll see. I talk about things that are going on. Some of the things that gripe me. You know. Recently, I'll end it up on this. I'll tell this story. I was on Instagram, and of course, I got some e-thought that was just the e-thought is now following you. That's like, thank you. Oh, thank you, AA. This e-thought is now following you, and usually I just block, but I decided I want to send a message because I'm getting tired of this. They just don't stop. You tell them that you're not interested in your heading on your profile, but it's like, man, they just don't quit. And now, what I mean is, for the people who don't know, is like these e-thoughts and scammers assume because of the way I look, I'm a simp. I'm a simp, which means basically I'm the type of guy that's like, oh, I'll basically, if you flash a little booby at me, and I'll basically give you attention and money. No, that's not the case. That isn't me. I won't. And that ain't gonna happen. I'm a man, and I'm not a simp. The point is that I made the case, now usually I block you, and but I wanted to send a message here. I want you to tell your 304 friends, your e-thought friends, about this one. Now, I know what you're doing. You exploit desperate and lonely men for money and attention. I'm not a simp. You make me sick. You have no shame. Well, this 304 gave me a proper response. F you. I use the word F, man? And apparently that hit close to home. That message did. She kept trying, like, oh, do you like this? Do you like this? No, you don't impress me very much. See, I'm a Christian. I don't go for that kind of degeneracy stuff. I don't go for that kind of stuff. As much as I can, I try to stay away from the fornication, the degenerate stuff. And so, what happened was that eventually I told her, okay, now I've given you the message, tell your friends, and I blocked her. I don't like e-thoughts. I don't hate them, but I don't like them either. Because I know what they're doing. I like oh, thank you, Side Cash. See, I don't like e-thoughts. I know what they're doing. They're trying to exploit desperate, lonely men for money. And of course, attention, depending on the situation. I don't give people like that any attention or money. It ain't gonna happen, because I'm not a simp. Bottom line. And respect that. Thank you only was. And that's what happened. I'm the first to tell him to go away. But I just block him most of the time. I don't even tell him anything. But sometimes when I'm in the mood to tell him something's true, and how I see these people is that they exploit desperate and lonely men. That's it. I may be single, living by myself, but I'm not desperate, and I got self-respect. You know? And a lot of times, I like living by myself. It's quiet. It's peaceful. That being said, I should go now. Thank you, good people. Thank you, only was. God bless everybody, and I hope I have cleared the air on the difference between PCP, lethal PCP, air rifles, and less lethal. Thank you, AA. God bless everybody. And I pray the trolls find God and stop doing what they're doing, and knowing that there's going to be consequences for that on Judgment Day. Crumb. All right. Bye-bye.